gosh, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing Olive Garden and I am hopping mad. I got things to tell you that just happened. But let's go ahead and unbox this first and maybe I can bring down my blood pressure a little bit because I am just like, whew. I want to go yell and scream at somebody right now. By the way, construction is being done on the house next door. I'm not going to get into all of that. But if there's anybody out here who's new, we bought the property next door. We're having it demolished, so if you hear any machines going on, that's what that is. I'm sorry if it bothers you. So today we are having Olive Garden, giant bag. I've also got some tortilla chips, the sour cream that I was munching on. I don't know if I'll eat any more of these or not. I was eating them while I was making my son's lunch, and I just left them up here because they're good. So I think that's probably my breadsticks. And then I've got a salad. Straw for my Coke, my soup, yum. Here's my breadsticks, so I'm not sure what's in there. What is that? Maybe it's cutlery and napkins. And then my my wallet and my camera. Kind of want to not throw those away. Okay. Oh man, I should have asked for no onions. They blow onions on everything. I don't like onions. Yuck. Like if they're cooked, okay. But like raw onions, no thank you. Yeah, so that's cutlery. I can never say that word right. Croutons and dressing. Oh, and a mint. I'll give that to my son. He likes those. And what are these? What is that? Oh, Parmesan cheese. How nice. There's like 3 things of Parmesan. I've never had Olive Garden to go before. I have no idea if they did that. That's so nice. Yeah, so where do we want to start? Trying to make a little bit of room. How about we get a drink? I'm thirsty. So I got me a Coke. In case you haven't noticed, I got the soup and salad. So I've got a house salad and I've got a chicken gnocchi soup. And in all, everything costs like $11, which I didn't think was too bad considering, I don't know, like where I live, Olive Garden is considered like fine dining. Like you must be getting engaged or going to prom if you go into the Olive Garden. That's how it is in my town. So, yeah, $11 for everything is not too bad. Granted, I obviously didn't get anything overly extravagant. It's just soup and salad. So I'll pick off these peppers, the olives, the tomatoes, these finely minced onions. Whoever did this hates me. Like, this is horrible. I don't think even when I go to the restaurant and eat this, it's so finely minced. 5 hours later, I think I'll just skip forward so you don't have to watch me pick onions out of my salad. Okay, 5 minutes later, not really, but I've got I think I've got all the onions and nastiness out of my salad, so I'll put a little bit of the dressing on top. While I was picking the onions out, my cat was trying to get into the bag that had the cutlery and stuff, and I can never pronounce that word right. He was trying to get in the bag. He's a big cat, and that bag was very small, so he could only fit his head in there, and he kind of got it stuck and was trying to shake it off, and by the time I realized what was going on, he was out of it. I was going to try to film it for you guys, but it happened too quick for me to be able to get it on camera, but it was kind of funny and really cute. So, a little bit of Parmesan, yes. Okay, so what just happened? As I mentioned, if you've been following me for a while, you're probably like overhearing about the house fire that happened next door and the property. But that's just what's going on with my life right now. So the house has been demolished and we have our demo guy out there like cleaning the place out. And he is going slower than a 3-day itch. Like he started like June 20, the very end of June, sometime the very end of June, he started demolishing the property. And he was like, beginning to end, it'll be out of here within 3 days to a week. Sounds good. Now we're into August, and there's still heaps and heaps and heaps of this house out here that's not gone. And we've had, a few times, we've had junkers just show up and help themselves. And there's been this one particular old man who's come a couple of different times. The first time that we are aware of, I seen him out there, but I wasn't dressed, so my husband went out there and was very nice to him and was like, look, we don't want people out here because we don't want anybody getting hurt. You need to leave. And the junker was like, well, I'm just going to take these things and go. And my husband was like, that's fine, just get it and leave. Which if that had been me, first off, I think my husband should have said, I own this property, I don't want you here. But my husband didn't say that. So to him, it just looks like the next door neighbors are coming out chasing people off. And anyway, I didn't like how he told my husband, I'm going to take this and go. Because, like, this isn't your property to come and take things as you please. It is my property, and even though it's a heap of junk heading for the landfill, it's my heap of junk, and you're stealing when you come up here and help yourself and take whatever you want. That is stealing. And so I seen him do it one other time, and he was leaving, and as I was coming home. Convenient, right? So I couldn't really do much there. And then today, just now, he pulled up in a pickup truck, because normally he's in a car, and he was with some other guy, and they get out and ask if they can take the refrigerator that's sitting out there. And they're asking the demo guy. They're not asking me. Which we've had enough issues with the demo guy. Okay, he's a nice enough guy. I think he's just trying to work to take care of his family. However, the way he's running business is really getting irksome because there's like a complete lack of communication, and he keeps setting deadlines of it's going to be done by this time frame. It's going to be done by this time frame. And like I said, we're over a month now. We're kind of like calming off on him because like he's really been getting out here and working on it the past week. But like for the whole month of June, he was like a hit or miss if he showed up, and it was kind of getting to the point where we're like, do we need to take him to court? Now he's actually getting out here and doing his job, but it's still like almost a month too late, you know? Because like we had other work we wanted to hire him for, and now we're like, do we really want to bother? Like if this is how he does business, you know? Because he does demolition, holloway, and concrete. And like we have a concrete border in the front of the house that needs to be repaired. Plus I'd like to run it down the length of the property that we just bought to like, you know, make the whole property look like it's seamless. And then we have front steps that are cement and they need to be repaired. They're crumbling. We have a sidewalk in the backyard that is crumbling and needs to be repaired. We have a space behind our garage that keeps growing a bunch of weeds that we would like to have dug out and cement pour. Like we've got, and eventually we have a gravel drive and we'd like to cement that eventually. And we were trying to see like, okay, how does he do with the house? Maybe we're hiring for all these other projects. And now it's kind of like, I like him as a person, but like I don't like how he does business and I don't want to hire him. So anyways, this old man shows back up with a younger man, and I see the old man walking back towards the back alley. So I go outside, and by the time I get out there, he's in his truck, backing his truck into my yard, which the grass is torn up enough as is. I don't need car tire marks in the area that's still nice, you know, like the very back fourth of the yard is still in good condition, and here you are driving your pickup truck through it, pretty as you please. And then I see another guy coming around the back corner. Apparently he'd been up at the front talking to the demo guy, and I tell the man when he gets out of his truck, I said, hi, can I help you? He said, yeah, we're just getting this fridge. And I said, I own this property, and we've told you we don't want you out here. And he goes, oh, I didn't know you owned it. You knew somebody owned it. Okay, like there's no trespassing signs out here. It's not like a come and help yourself area. And then he goes, well, because before I said I own it, I think I said, can I help you? And he said, oh yeah, I talked to this guy up here and he said I can take the fridge, which kind of pissed me off because like I hired the demo guy to haul away the shit that's out there, and it's over a month, and now he's like letting these freeloaders do his job for him that we're paying him to do. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Okay, like I'm just getting pissed. Now I'm yelling at you guys. I am sorry. This whole thing just has me ticked off. Anyway, I should probably eat something, right? Like that's what you're here for, not to sit here and listen to me scream at you. So, you know, then I told him, I was like, well, like, I own this property, and I don't want you out here, and the other guy's walking around that point, and he goes, hey, this guy said we can take all the metal we want, and I said, no, you can't, you can take the fridge, and you can leave. I own this property. They said, sorry, I don't want no trouble, we'll just take the fridge, and it looks like that's all they did was take the fridge, but it's like, not only am I aggravated at the junkers, who are having a complete disrespect for my property, because the last time I seen him out here, like I said, he jumped in his truck and he was leaving, but I seen him loading something up. And that means he came out here by himself and just helped himself and took whatever he wanted. And there's a fence up. Like, there's not a great fence, but there's a fence up to keep people out. And there's no trespassing signs. So I'm mad at him, and I'm mad at my demo guy. Like, he's out here working, so I'm not going to go talk to him right now because, like, he's actually working, and that's, like, praise Jesus. But I sent him a text, and I was like, these are the people we have been telling you about that keep coming up here and helping themselves, and we don't want them on the property. But to further that, it's that I feel like they're just, I mean, he was nice to my face, but like he's being rude because like this isn't his property. He's just coming over here and helping himself and taking whatever he wants to take. And then I'm mad at my demo guy for saying, yeah, take what you want, because it's like letting other people do your job that you're getting paid for. Like, and we've told him there are junkers that keep coming up here and we keep telling them to leave. He knows already we don't want them out here. And then he's like, yeah, help yourself. And it's like, so I'm just ready for all of it to be done and over with. Very aggravated. But I feel better now that I got to vent. Thank you. So, after this mukbang, I need to go make some phone calls because the company I work for, it's kind of confusing, but they're like merging with another company, and so I have to go apply with this new company to keep my job. Even though the old company is kind of merging into the new company, the whole thing's confusing. I don't understand it. You would think they could just like transfer my position. Did I tell you what kind of soup I got? It's the chicken gnocchi. Oh my gosh, I love this stuff. My husband's texting me, sorry. I told him what was going on. So, I'm trying to get back into working out. I'm vlogging right now. Speaking of, I should probably vlog the mukbang a little bit so everybody on the vlog knows what's going on. So, if I think about it, I'll link the vlog down below. Granted, the vlog will be going out next week, and this will be going out this week. So, kind of hard to do that. So, anyway. Okay, so I am having my Olive Garden and doing the mukbang. So, say hello to the vlog. Or how, well, yeah, I don't know. Camera angles are confusing me right now. Hello, vlog, or mukbang, whatever. Olive Garden, so I'm having their house salad. I'm having some chicken gnocchi soup, a Coke, and some breadsticks. Yeah, so I'm trying to get back into working out. I just started yesterday, which was Monday. Today is Tuesday, obviously. And went to the gym, had a pretty good workout. I hurt so bad today, which means I did things right yesterday, but I hurt everywhere. I'm so sore. Mickey Mouse is on. My son is laughing. Can you hear him? He loves Mickey Mouse. So, yeah. I'm just like scarfing down this breadstick. I haven't even taken a thumbnail yet. I'm just so aggravated. I don't handle stress well, if you can't tell. I don't handle it. Got a dish towel right here for wiping my fingers on. Try some of the salad. So, anyway, I have to call that company today, and from my understanding is that when you call them, they pretty much do an automatic over-the-phone interview and offer you the job, and you don't have to do drug tests or anything like that. They just like log you into the system. And as I just mentioned, I've started working out. I was doing really good back in the spring, I was swimming like almost every day. And then I kind of stopped because the house next door caught fire. We were looking into buying it. We had to get loans for that. And then we had to demolish it. We had to find demolition companies. That's been a whole mess. My best friend had her wedding. I had to plan a bachelorette party. All of that was going on. On top of that, I went back to my old job. And then I have YouTube that I film. And then I'm also a dog groomer. So I have dogs that come over that need groomed. And I just had so much on my plate that, like, working out just completely took a back seat. And I started going to McDonald's with my cousin, like, a lot. We were going once or twice a week just so the kids could run around and play because it was so hot outside. And, like, going to McDonald's just kind of became, like, my comfort place. Like, I'd hang out with my cousin, have girl time. I didn't have to, like, really watch my kid too much. He could just run around and play in the play place. And I could just sit there and breathe. And while I was sitting there breathing, I was stuffing my face with McDonald's food. So, anyway, yeah, I'm trying to get back into working out. I'm going to the gym again. So I went yesterday. I did 15 minutes on the elliptical, and then I did weights, and then I came home and I stretched out and I did crunches. And then that evening, and during that 15 minutes on the elliptical, I did like a full mile. And then in the evening, my husband and I took our son to the park, and we walked a mile at the park. So I'm feeling it today. I'm going to put my son down for a nap, and I will be right back. Okay, my little man is in bed and ready for a nap. Mommy's ready for a nap, too. So, yeah, I don't even know what we're talking about. My life's not that exciting, guys, honestly. Like, things happen, but overall, there's not always a ton to talk about. If you see me, just look over here. A gnat flew by. I didn't know there was a gnat there at first. And my cat just jumped up to attack it. I haven't seen him jump like that in a long time. He hurt his hip probably over a year ago. He hurt his hip. And he don't really jump as much as he used to. He used to like to get up on the very top of this cabinet here behind me, and it is really tall. And I'm pretty sure he hurt his hip coming down because I haven't seen him get off of I haven't seen him go up there since he hurt his hip. Some of these bits of lettuce look kind of rotten. Most of them are good, but some of them look like they've seen better days. And as for my cat, like, hurting himself, like, it was so dumb because we have, space on top of our cabinets between the ceiling and the cabinets, and then the cabinets drop down to the fridge, which isn't very far, like maybe 2 feet. And then alongside the fridge, we installed cat shelves so they can easily go up the shelves onto the fridge and onto the cabinets. They have access up there. And then above the couch in the living room, there's cat shelves so they can get up there easily. And yet he wants to get on top of this one cabinet that does not have cat shelves, that is really, really tall and a long ways down, and he hurts himself. And I'm like, dude, you did it to yourself. One of the few places I don't want him at is right where he goes. When I ordered this, I ordered it over the phone. And they said that the order typically only comes with 2 breadsticks. Would you like to place an order for 6? And I'm sitting there thinking, like, why would I need 6 breadsticks? That's so much. I love the soup, you guys. The soup is amazing. Comment below and let me know, what is your favorite thing from Olive Garden? And if you guys order soup, what soup do you get? So good. Love it, love it, love it. Like, anytime I go there, I always get the soup and salad, and then I normally end up getting like at least 2 orders of the chicken gnocchi, because you know they do like the endless soup. So good. This Coke is a little watered down. It's not staying fresh for long. But yeah, so working out, trying to eat a little better. This probably isn't the best. I mean, the salad's good. Coke's not. Breadstick's not. Soup is probably not. But yeah, I had eggs yesterday for breakfast, and then lunch. What did I have for lunch yesterday? Oh, my son and I split one of those tiny little pizzas. Misplaced my dish towel. Let's get another one out. So it was one of those tiny little pizzas, like the I get them from Aldi. So they're called Clancy's pizzas. They're the kind of pizzas that are like that big. They're a little bigger than that, but probably like that. But they're really tiny. Feeds 2 people pretty well. So him and I split a pizza. And then for dinner we had salad. This morning I had eggs again. Now I'm having salad and soup. And then we're going to dinner with my parents tonight. And they're cooking out. My dad said he's doing brats and something else. He doesn't know what he's doing, so. Not sure what we're having tonight, but. Because I was kind of thinking about getting a burger, but I was like, I don't want to get something that heavy. So, soup and salad. So while I was donating plasma this afternoon, I was talking to my husband about something I'm going to go pick up for our son for Christmas. Like, we start Christmas shopping really early. Last year we got ourselves into trouble with that because we bought our son, like, so much stuff because we started shopping in, like, June, and, like, we just kept buying him things. And when they're this little, like, my son is 2. Last year he was a year old. When they're this little, like, kid toys for his age aren't very expensive, and so it's easy to go overboard. And he ended up with so much stuff that we ended up saving some of his Christmas from last Christmas and gave it to him for his birthday last month, last month. And just because we bought so much. Like, we're trying to set a limit of, like, 5 gifts total that we're going to buy him. So, but there's something he loves cars, and he loves PJ Masks. And at Walmart, they have a PJ Masks car track, and I know he's going to love it. So, it's like $20, not that bad. So, that's going to be one of his Christmas presents. I can hear my son, he's not sleeping. He needs to. He needs a nap. He's getting grumpy. But, like, the demo guy's out there working outside his bedroom window, so it's probably not quiet enough. But he's got, like, music playing. I don't know. I'll give him, sometimes it takes him, like, half an hour sitting in there. He, like, plays in his crib and stuff. He still takes naps in his crib. He won't nap in his bed. Like, at night, he's great. He has a full-size bed. He sleeps in it like a champ. But you put him in there for nap time, at least for me, and, like, he gets up and plays. Like, my husband is with him on the weekends because I work, and he said this past weekend he slept in his big boy bed, no problem. But I just went ahead and put him in his crib because I feel like he's going to get up and play, and he's not going to take a nap. And when he doesn't take a nap, he gets kind of mean. Like, he just, like, starts getting easily frustrated at everything. He starts wanting to hit. He starts, he's not fun to be around when he's tired. So, I read a Facebook article. It was probably, like, 2 weeks ago now. I was talking about the importance of putting your kids on, like, a nighttime routine and a schedule for sleeping and, like, having early bedtimes. And I made a comment on there about how my son has, you know, at bedtime. He's in bed by like 8:30. And we've always just kind of had a sleep schedule for him, even once he was little. Like, I think probably the first 2 weeks were really hard because it's nearly, at least from what I've read and from my personal experience, it's nearly impossible to put a newborn on a sleep schedule. They just kind of are up and down and all around. But when he hit about that 2-week mark, we started like trying to put him on a schedule. And I mean, it took a few days to get there, but he's been on a schedule ever since. By the time he hit about 4 months old, he started sleeping through the night. He had sleep recession at 6 months, but that was like for a couple of weeks, but it wasn't like an every night kind of a thing. It was like at random for like 2 weeks. Sometimes he'd go to bed really easily and sleep through the night. Other times he might go to bed and then wake up. Other times he wouldn't go to sleep at all. Like, it was kind of all over the place. But like I said, it lasted like 2 weeks was his sleep recession at 6 months. And then from there on, he's pretty much been a dream. I mean, there's been a few times when he's just woken up in the middle of the night and needed cuddles to go back to sleep. But, I mean, it's a rare occasion. It's not often. And I'd say we haven't had one of those. Well, I can't say for a full 6 months, because when he first went into his full-size bed, he rolled out of it like twice. We were gonna get him like those, like the whole way he ended up in his full-size bed was like, we weren't planning on it. Like, the bed that is his now was our spare bed. And we decided that instead of selling that, we would just put it in his nursery, and that would be his big boy bed. Instead of getting a toddler bed, he would just go into the full-size bed. Well, he got to the point where, and he was probably about 1.5 years, because he just turned 2 in July. So this was probably around February, March-ish time frame. And he kept climbing up on that bed, but the bed was on a frame, so it, you know, it boosted it up off the floor quite a bit. And he would climb up on the bed, but then he couldn't get back down, and he'd get really upset and scared. We have to go in and get him down. And that happened for like a couple of days. And then I told my husband, I was like, you know, he's doing this too much. I'm afraid he's gonna fall and get hurt. I have to keep him out of his bedroom. Like, when you get home, we need to take this thing off the frame, so it's just on the floor. So we did that, and now he's got box springs and mattress on the floor. And when we did that, he was suddenly able to climb on and off the bed, and he thought it was the coolest thing ever. Plus, he has his own little TV in his room, so we put on PJ Masks, which is his favorite. This is all in the evening, by the way. We don't let him just sit around and watch TV all day. Like, we typically have the TV on because I like to have the noise, but keep him active and playing. I take him outside a lot. But in the evening, like, we'll let him, like, actually watch some cartoons and really get sucked into it sometimes. And, yeah, so I put on his PJ Mask in his, I put on PJ Mask in his room, and I turned off the lights, and he just sat on his bed, like, all evening. Like, he would not get off of it. And, he just thought it was the coolest thing, and I was like, you know, maybe we should just let him try sleeping in here. My husband was like, no, he's too little, he should go in his crib. And I was like, I think we should, you know, let him try it. And he did perfect. Like, he slept probably the first week in his bed with no issues. And we just put, like, pillows and everything all around. And when he started sleeping in his bed, it was on an off pay week. We get paid every 2 weeks. So we couldn't, like, go get a bed rail for him. And so, yeah, I just, like, put pillows and stuffed animals around the bed in case he fell out. And he did really good for, like, the full first week. And then the second week, he rolled out once. And that really upset him. It scared him, and I had to go rock him back to sleep. And I think in total, he's probably fallen out of bed, like, 3 times. But, like I said, like, we're this far out. He's been sleeping in that bed since March. He's only rolled out 3 times. He doesn't have very far to fall. And so, we never went and got him a bed rail. I don't feel like he really needs one. He does really good in his bed, and it's like a non-issue, so. But anyways, back to that article I was talking about. I made a comment on there about, you know, the sleep schedules we've had for my son, and how there's something to be said for having sleep schedules. And I had some people that want to get on there and be like, my child's perfect and they don't have a sleep schedule. They just fall asleep wherever, whenever. And I'm like, I'm glad you think your kid is perfect, but I have known people in my life who are allowed to just drop dead wherever, whenever, and they're not always the nicest people. Like, your kids probably aren't as great as you think they are. Like, I'm sure they're lovely, but it's good to have kids on a schedule and a routine. I know there's people out there who disagree with me, but I disagree with you. Put your kid on a schedule, you will thank yourself. Plus, it's nice in the evening to have some like alone time with my husband. It's nice to know our kid goes to bed at 8:30 and like we have some alone time, you know? That's good. It's a good thing. But I'm very pro schedules for children. We need some more to drink. Filled it back up with some water. Yeah, I'm very pro schedules for kids. I think kids should know, you know, what to expect. I've always heard that's a good thing for them. And then as an adult, I like schedules. I have myself on a schedule. Like, Monday through Friday, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't really got to do anything. But I like to keep myself on a schedule so I'm productive throughout the day and I get things done. And that's just how it works for me. Like, I can't do a willy-nilly free-for-all. I can't do that. I would never get anything accomplished. And I have to have an alarm set or I could sleep forever. And I can't do that so much now that I have my son, because he is up like 8:30, 9 o'clock like clockwork. But like, I can remember being in like middle school, and it was like the summer. It was either the summer before 8th grade or the summer before 9th grade. But I didn't set myself an alarm clock. It had been the summer before 9th grade, because all through high school I was in color guard. So this is before high school color guard. And I didn't really have anything to do. I didn't have summer school. And I can remember sleeping until like 2 in the afternoon. And it finally came time to go back to school. And I was like, I literally slept the whole summer away. I did nothing but sleep. And it's not like I was depressed. My cat's back here trying to get into the bag. He's like full on in the bag. Let me film this for you. Banjo, what are you doing? What are you doing? I see your tail. I see your tail. This is the bag he was trying to get into, and he only had his head in. Kind of got stuck. What are you doing? What are you doing? You gonna get him? Get him! Get him! My floors look disgusting. Partly they are because I hate cleaning them, but also they're so scratched up. They're just like dark from all the scratches. We need new floors. Don't judge me. Or you can judge me. I don't care. I judge myself. I don't clean my floors like I should. I will admit to that. Kitsy, 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 kitsy. Okay. Did I even hit play? Yeah, I did. I was kind of like, did I ever hit play when I came back to put my son down? So my demo guy just texted me back about those junkers, and he was like, okay. And I was like, better fucking be okay. Oh my gosh, I'm just so ready for the whole thing to be over with. Trying to get this last crouton, it's like not happening. Oh, one more in there. So, yeah. We would have felt differently towards our demolition guy if he'd have been like, it's gonna take me a month. Like, you're like, okay, fine, whatever. Or if he came and told us like, I'm having a hard time keeping a crew. Like, he did tell me that, but But it's like after I got on him and was like, hey, you said this would be done and it's not, what's going on? Oh, I can't keep a crew, everybody keeps quitting. And it's like, so why aren't you proactive about letting me know what's going on? Like, instead you're just showing up whenever. And ugh, I don't know. I'm gonna be ready for it to all be over with. Something else that happened, and I don't think anything's gonna come of it, at least not on our end, but the house that's now next door, because keep in mind the house between the two of us is gone, so my new next door neighbors, they are at a rental property, and I met their landlord, and she came over one day and was asking what was going on, because she's like, you know, why is it taking so long for everything to get hauled away? And I was just explaining things to her, and she's like, oh, did you not have insurance for the house? And I was like, oh, well, we didn't own it when it caught fire. We bought it off the people who owned it during the fire. Well, then I later on got to talking to my actual neighbors, the people who live in the house, and she was all, oh yeah, like my landlord's asking questions. I didn't tell them that you own it because they're wanting to press charges against the owners of the property for damages done to our house, because I swear, like, sometimes things happen in life that just, like, reconfirm to me that God exists. And with this fire, that's one of them, because, like, there was just, like, a complete shield of protection put around my house, like, literally, and nothing happened to my house. Like, I think we had smoke damage on the roof, which is nothing. It's just discoloration to the shingles. And then we have black shutters, and they got slightly warped around the edges. You can't even see it. Like, you have to be, like, up on it looking to even notice. It's nothing. And I think we have, like, a little tiny bit of grass that got singed. The house on the other side, they have, I don't know what you call it. Like, they have a lilac bush. That caught fire. They have, well, I don't think it's the rafters, but it kind of looks like siding, but it's, like, under the roof. Am I making any sense at all? Like, you have the roof overhangs, and if you look up, you've got, like, the siding pieces. That melted. The trim around their windows melted. Their grass caught fire. Their trash can melted. And the crazy thing about it is that we were closer to that house. Like, the house was closer to us. And the whole half front of the house and the whole upstairs were engulfed in flames. And yet, they got damaged, and we practically had nothing happen. Like, a miracle. I don't know. And, like, when the porch collapsed, it sent out sparks, and, like, all kinds of sparks landed on our roof. And I can remember waiting. This was happening, like, the 5-minute period it took for the fire department to show up. And I was like, oh my God, my house is going to catch on fire. This is it. My house is going to catch on fire. There's nothing we can do. And, like, nothing happened to my house. Like, literally nothing. And, yeah, their house has all kinds of problems. And so apparently the owner was wanting to take and file claims on homeowners insurance with the insurance held on that house, which it doesn't work like that. And I'm thinking maybe she doesn't understand how homeowners insurance works, which she is an Asian immigrant. She has a very thick accent, so I know she wasn't born here. And I don't know how long she's lived in the U.S., but I'm guessing she doesn't fully know how homeowners insurance works, which is odd because she has rental properties, or at least she has one rental property. So you'd think she'd want to know how homeowners works. But when there is damage done to your home from another home, like the house in between us caught fire and damaged her house, she can't file claims with the homeowner's insurance for the owners of the house that caught fire. It doesn't work like that. Which honestly, like, I didn't know how that worked either. So, because I had to call and ask questions when it happened, because I was thinking, oh, maybe I can get a new roof out of this. And so I called my insurance company and was like, this is what happened. Do I file a claim with you, or do I need to call the people who own the house? And they said, no, you can't file a claim for your house under these other people's homeowners insurance. That's not how this works. And they're like, you have to file it under your own homeowners insurance. And so whatever happened to her house, she has to file it under her own homeowners. And her own homeowners, if it's anything like mine, won't do anything about it now, because I called, like, right after the fire happened, and they said, we'll give you 15 days to file the claim. If you don't file after that, we won't do anything about it. And it's been like 2 months, So, I mean, if she's looking to file a claim now, it's a little too late for that. But I have kind of worried that maybe she would try to sue us, take us to court. I don't think that it would hold up, but I have kind of wondered if that would happen. But so far, we haven't had any, like, summonses or, what is it? It's not a summons, it's a papers being served. We haven't had anything like that happen. This was so good. Love the soup. It's just a whole mess, guys. It's just a whole mess. I'm just kind of running out of things to talk about. As mentioned, my life's not overly exciting. Okay. That is it for this mukbang. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you guys ate lunch with me, let me know in the comments down below what you had to eat. Also, let me know what's your favorite thing to get at Olive Garden. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.